Hello, I'm Kim, Rooster Rossiter, and on a chilly day in the middle of February, this is Spotlight Saturday, episode 57.
We love you, Ainsley.
Go ahead.
Hey everybody, we got a really fun episode planned here. We're going to start off with something kind of neat to see. A man who was a West Virginia Mountaineer football player is going to do a plunge. What do I mean by that? Well, stand by and we're going to show you. And then we're going to flip it over to Joe, the OPSO. He's going to ask some key questions about core and strength training. And then, as I start to choke, we're going to flip down to Jodi in Florida, where she's got a pretty big announcement. So, John, Joe, Jodi, the three J's. Briley, why don't we see what John's up to?
What in the heck is going on with this guy? Oh my goodness. Who is that? Is that a West Virginia Mountaineer himself? Oh my goodness. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I think I want to ask him why he's doing this. Maybe he'll tell us. How you doing this, John?
Raised funds for Special Olympics.
I love it.
Excited to do it. Second year doing it. Did the ocean last year.
Okay.
Pool this year.
So ocean last year, pool. How much is that temperature going right there?
I don't know.
Anybody guess?
Super cold.
It's cold as heck. It's almost frozen.
It's about 38.
For Special Olympics.
He said, I want to get out to get in. Mountaineers, go!
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, because it's Spotlight Saturday, John Conte.
Come on, man.
Woo-hoo! Ah, that didn't take but a second.
Wait, I missed it. Hold on. We can do it again.
Let's go from the top rope, baby. Good job, brother. Good job. What do you think of your dad doing that?
Do you think
He shakes his head. He's silly? What do you think of dad doing that?
You can't look.
tell him?
You couldn't even watch, huh? What do you think, Mom?
I think he's crazy.
I think he's crazy too. Wow!
Don't.
Hey, what? Ashton McCormick. Hey,
Fake out.
what do you think about Mr. John jumping in the pool?
Because he was great.
Because it was great. It was great for Special Olympics, right? High five for Mr. John. What do you think about Mr. John jumping?
Great.
Yeah, absolutely crazy. Joe, what do you
It
think?
was the most beautiful thing I saw all
Oh
day.
my God.
We had a blast. First we ran 4 miles, and then John did that. A mammoth of a man. I don't think I've ever seen him move that fast before when it comes to splashing in the water and then jumping out. But all for a great cause, John. Thanks for doing that. Special Olympics and all of the great things that you do throughout the community. We are grateful to call you a brother and a family member. Of course, we also like the compilation that Bradley put together there of everybody reacting to it. Cutest of all, perhaps, was your family. But nevertheless, hey, good stuff, awesome stuff. See you soon. But now, let's go OPSO Joe. I think he's in his garage with some advice or answers to a recent question.
Hey everyone, Joe, aka OPSO. We've had a few questions about training, so I wanted to take a minute and answer those for you real quick. The first question we had is, how can I prepare to push a rider if I don't live near a rider or an ambassador and can push them regularly? So the first thing is try to get your Monday through Friday runs following your training plan. Whatever you're following from a coach or you found online, get those in. And then on Saturday or Sunday where there's a race with an ambassador, see if you can't link up with them before or after the race, obviously depending on the distance, and see if there's a rider that wants to get a few extra miles. If you can get maybe 2-3 miles in before a race, and then even 2 or 3 after, depending on what your training plan calls for, that'll definitely help. And if a rider's not available, but that ambassador can meet you a little bit early or stay a little bit late, and you can just run with some weights in the chair. So a lot of that's going to come down to coordination and communication with the ambassador, but reach out, see if you can't get a few miles before or after the race. And then make sure you're doing your regularly scheduled runs leading up to that race based on whatever training plan you're following. Another question has been strength training. Should I be doing it, and how often and what kind? Right away, yes, you have to strength train. That's all there is to it. Runners have to be strong. We have to strength train at least 3 times a week, if not more, depending on your time and physical ability. In terms of what muscles and what exercises to do, it's a head to toe. We need to be strong head to toe and strong-minded. So legs, things like deadlifts and squats, even air squats will go a long way. But make sure you're using proper technique, proper form, and you're not trying to, win the world's strongest man out there. Don't injure yourself. Another area that's a lot of people don't work on is your core. And we're not talking just crunches or sit-ups here. You got to have a strong core, especially when you get into the marathon distance and you're leaning into that chair for anywhere from 3 to 6 hours. Your core has to be strong, or once that goes weak, everything else is going to go after it. And then upper body. I mean, everything from your chest up. So things like bench press, push-ups, pull-ups, the basic dumbbell bicep and tricep curls will help. Military press, above your head. So all of those things are going to work, everything, in your arms, which are going to help you lean into that chair with a strong core and strong legs and push that chair for whatever distance it may be, ensuring that rider gets across the finish line. All of these things, though, you have to find what works for you. And that's the big thing. So some of it is trial and error, some of it is testing. And these are things you don't want to test, a week or two before a race. You want to start plenty in advance. So if something's not working, or hey, I'm strength training 3 times a week, but maybe I should do 4 or 5, and you can adjust from there. The big thing is find a couple plans online that are going to work for you, or if you have the ability to get a coach, even better, and test them out, and then adjust based on what your body can handle, and obviously the amount of time you can dedicate to it. And remember, what works for Bob may not work for Tom. So find what works for you, and then go from there. In the comments of this video, we'll put a link to just a basic article about strength training for runners. It's a decent read, so read that, and there's some exercises that walk you through that. And then if you have any more questions about training, put them in the comments of this video, and then we'll try to address those in future episodes. Thanks.
Thanks, Joe, for taking the time to answer those things. And that's a pretty awesome couple metal racks you have back there behind us. In fact, everybody, I think we're working on getting some more metal racks, so stay tuned for that. But for now, Jodi, Run Jodi, down in Florida. Big announcement. Let's flip it down there.
Hey everyone, I'm Run Jodi, Ainsley's Angels in Florida, and I'm here today with Angel Rider Katie, and we have something very special that we want to share with all of you. Walt Disney World in Florida has invited Ainsley's Angels of America to come and participate in the Princess Weekend. That's February 25th and 26th. 5 riders and 5 runners will be coming from all across the nation to join, and we wanted to invite all of you to follow our journey to Disney. Guess what? Guess where we're going? That's right, we're going to Walt Disney World. Yay!
Thank you so much, Jodi, for bringing us that news. We're very excited to see all of the smiles, to open those doors up down there in Orlando, the result of which we're going to know here in a couple of weeks. So we're really, really happy for everybody that's going to get a chance to represent Ainsley's Angels in this proof of concept. So thank you much for that big announcement. Everybody, that concludes episode 57. As we get ready for 58, there's a couple things we're going to invite you to do. Go to the link in the description now, please, and register for the Ainsley's Angels Race Series event that's kicking off in the first weekend of March. There's also an option down there for you to register for every one of the Ainsley's Angels Race Series events throughout 2017 with one registration. So you're going to see those down in the link. You're also going to see a link down there for Joe as he's providing that for you. It's the one that he talked about during his video that gives you a little bit more guidance on that. But for now, hey, appreciate you tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, and we're going to see you in 58. Have a great weekend.
A young angel born with wings. She stays strong.
What do you think, Nadia? What do you think? Was it fabulous? Was it awesome? Congratulations. Let me see that medal. Yes, ma'am. Way to go, ladies. Rocking and rolling.